not going on a mission with some little girl.
But to save the island, you have to.
Hey guys, welcome to DKLSQ Media Channel, and today we are going to be talking about the Moana live-action teaser trailer that just dropped. The teaser is all about Moana come 2024. As a huge fan of the original animated movie, I was super excited to see what they would do with the live-action version. And let me tell you, I was not disappointed. The teaser trailer gives us a glimpse of what's to come, with Dwayne Johnson reprising his role as the demigod Maui, and Ali Cravalho returning as Moana. The visuals are stunning, and the music is just as catchy as ever. I cannot wait to see what other surprises they have in store for us. As for the story, it looks like they are sticking pretty close to the original, which is great news for fans like me who fell in love with the characters and the world they inhabit. I'm excited to see how they bring this story to life in a new way, and I have no doubt that it is going to be amazing. As the live-action version of Moana is still in early development, there is not much information available about the differences between the live-action and animated versions. However, based on the available information, here are some potential differences. The live-action version may have a different cast, as the actors who voice the characters in the animated version may not necessarily be the same actors who play them in the live-action version. The live-action version may have a different visual style, as it will be filmed with real actors and sets rather than being animated. The live-action version may have some changes to the story or characters, as is often the case with adaptations. However, Dwayne Johnson has stated that the live-action version will still celebrate the islands, communities, and traditions of Pacific Islanders, and will be emblematic of our people's grace and warrior strength. According to the available information, Ali Cravalho, who voiced Moana in the original animated movie, will not be reprising her role in the live-action version. However, she will serve as an executive producer on the film and has expressed excitement about finding the next actress to portray Moana's character. Dwayne Johnson, who voiced the demigod Maui in the original movie, will be reprising his role in the live-action version. At this time, as of today, June 2023, there is no information available about who will be playing the lead role of Moana in the live-action version. Maui is a demigod who joins Moana on her journey in the original animated movie. Johnson announced the news in a pre-filmed segment featured in Disney's annual shareholder meeting, where he said, "In a way, when I bring Maui to life, I am doing it in the spirit of my grandfather." We all know that Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, has appeared in numerous films throughout his career. Some of his most notable movies include The Mummy Returns, 2001, The Scorpion King, 2002, The Rundown, 2003, Walking Tall, 2004, Doom, 2005, Southland Tales, 2007, The Game Plan, 2007, Get Smart, 2008, Race to Witch Mountain, 2009, Tooth Fairy, 2010, Fast 5, 2011, Journey to The Mysterious Island, 2012, G.I. Joe Retaliation, 2013, Pain and Gain, 2013, Hercules, 2014, San Andreas, 2015, Central Intelligence, 2016, Moana, 2016, Rampage, 2018, Skyscraper, 2018, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, 2017, Jumanji, The Next Level, 2019. The Moana story takes place in ancient Polynesia and follows Moana Waialiki, a sea voyaging enthusiast and the only daughter of a chief in a long line of navigators. When her island's fishermen can't catch any fish, and the crops fail, she learns that the demigod Maui caused the blight by stealing the heart of the goddess Te Fiti. The only way to heal the island is to persuade Maui to return Te Fiti's heart, so Moana sets off on an epic journey across the Pacific. Along the voyage, they battle all which the ocean hides, while learning what the power of persistence and faith can accomplish. In addition to these movies, Johnson has several upcoming films in the works, including a live-action remake of Moana, San Andreas 2, and a sequel to Jungle Cruise. As a recap, Moana is a 2016 American computer-animated musical action-adventure fantasy film produced by Walt Disney Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. The story takes place in ancient Polynesia and follows Moana Waialiki, a sea voyaging enthusiast and the only daughter of a chief in a long line of navigators. When her island's fishermen cannot catch any fish, and the crops fail, she learns that the demigod Maui caused the blight by stealing the heart of the goddess Te Fiti. The only way to heal the island is to persuade Maui to return Te Fiti's heart, so Moana sets off on an epic journey across the Pacific. Along the voyage, they battle all which the ocean hides, while learning what the power of persistence and faith can accomplish. The plot is original but takes inspiration from Polynesian myths. Maui is the great culture hero and trickster in Polynesian mythology. His origins vary from culture to culture, but many of his main exploits remain relatively similar. Tales of Maui's exploits and adventures are told throughout most of Polynesia. They can be traced back as far west as islands off New Guinea. Some exploits common to most Polynesian traditions are stealing fire for humans from the underworld, fishing up islands with his magical hook, and capturing the sun to lengthen the days. In Hawaiian religion, Maui is a culture hero and ancient chief who appears in several different genealogies. Maui's exploits and adventures are told throughout most of Polynesia and vary from culture to culture, but many of his main exploits remain relatively similar. Some of the main exploits of Maui in Polynesian mythology are stealing fire for humans from the underworld, fishing up islands with his magical hook, capturing the sun to lengthen the days, lifting up the heavens, which had lain heavily upon the plants of the earth, leaving insufficient room for growth, and for humanity to move about with ease, possessing superhuman strength, finding fire, using trickery to find fire, being respected throughout most cultures of the Pacific and still famous to this day, being credited with the creation of the Hawaiian Islands, being a trickster and culture hero in Polynesian mythology. In Polynesian mythology, Maui's magical hook is a significant item that appears in many of his exploits and adventures. The hook is made from the bone of an ancestor who was of high rank and great power. Maui used his mystic powers to make the hook and tied it to a long, super strong cord. The sacred barb of Maui's hook was a part of the magic bone he had secured from his ancestors in the underworld, which he used to strike the sun while trying to slow it down. Maui used his hook to fish up islands from the ocean floor, steal fire for humans from the underworld, and capture the sun to lengthen the days. In Hawaiian mythology, Maui's great fish hook is called Maneakalani, and it is baited with the wing of Hina's pet bird, the ali. Maui is said to have created Hawaii's islands by tricking his brothers into going fishing with him and catching his hook on the ocean floor. Maui's fish hook is a sizable bone-like weapon created by the gods and is a significant item in the movie Moana. In Polynesian mythology, Maui possesses several magical items that help him in his exploits and adventures. Some of these items are Maui's magical hook, which he used to fish up islands from the ocean floor, steal fire for humans from the underworld, and capture the sun to lengthen the days. The magic bone he secured from his ancestors in the underworld, which he used to strike the sun while trying to slow it down. In Maori mythology, Maui possesses superhuman strength. In Hawaiian mythology, Maui was given a magical tattoo in water from a special gourd for strength. Maui is also known for his cleverness and trickery, which he uses to accomplish his feats. Overall, Maui is a trickster god and hero who is famous for his exploits and cleverness in Polynesian mythology. According to Polynesian mythology, Maui stole fire for humans from the underworld. The story goes that Maui entered the underworld and confronted Mafui, the fire deity, and told him his intentions. Mafui was jealous and protective of his powers over fire and its secrets, but Maui was clever and used trickery to steal fire. In some versions of the story, Maui extinguished all the cooking fires in the night, and in the morning he demanded cooked food. When his mother ordered the slaves to go to Mahuika, Maui's ancestress, to beg her to give fire to the world again, they were too frightened to go. Maui volunteered to undertake the task and was welcomed by Mahuika as her grandson. She drew out one of her fingernails, and fire gushed forth. In other versions of the story, Maui stole the secret of fire from the mud hens while they were roasting bananas. Theft or trickery, the use of deceit of some kind, is almost inseparably connected with fire finding all over the world. It is worth noting that in other Polynesian traditions, the discoverer of fire is named Auaumaore, because he taught the art of obtaining fire by friction of wood. In Hawaiian mythology, Pele is the fire goddess who is said to live in the crater of the volcano of Kilauea. However, Pele is not mentioned in the story of Maui stealing fire from the underworld. Fire is a significant element in Polynesian mythology, and it is associated with several gods and goddesses. Here are some of the significances of fire in Polynesian mythology. The possession of fire meant comfort and wealth to the ancients, and the gods were determined to keep this wealth in their own hands. In Polynesian mythology, Pele is the fire goddess of Hawaii, and she is said to live in the crater of the volcano of Kilauea. Birds marked by red or black spots among their feathers were associated with the theft of fire in many myths. In Tahiti, the fire god lived in the Haleoe, or House of the Banyan. Sometimes human sacrifices were placed upon the sacred branches of the banyan tree. Fire-finding in Polynesia is associated with Maui, his father, or his ancestress, with very few exceptions. This fact shows the race relationship of a vast number of the islanders of the Pacific world. Overall, fire is a symbol of comfort, wealth, and power in Polynesian mythology, and it is associated with several gods and goddesses who play significant roles in the myths and legends of the Pacific world. In Polynesian mythology, Pele is the most well-known deity associated with fire. She is the fire goddess of Hawaii and is said to live in the crater of the volcano of Kilauea. Pele is known for her passionate, unpredictable, and volatile temper, and her presence is felt on all of the Hawaiian Islands. She is often appeased with offerings, and devotees take care not to offend her. In Tahiti, the goddess of fire is named Pyr. Enough of history, let us look at the live-action version of Moana. The live-action Moana remake may face challenges in accurately portraying Polynesian culture, as the original animated film was based on Polynesian legends and the heritage of islands such as Hawaii, Tonga, Samoa, and Tahiti. Some Polynesian people have expressed concerns about cultural appropriation and the potential for misrepresentation in the film. However, the filmmakers have taken steps to ensure cultural accuracy, such as consulting with a group of anthropologists, cultural practitioners, historians, linguists, and choreographers from islands including Samoa, Tahiti, Maori, and Fiji to shape the details of the film. Dwayne Johnson, who has Samoan heritage, has also expressed his deep connection to the story and culture of Moana and his commitment to honoring it in the live-action remake. We all know that Disney took several steps to ensure cultural accuracy in the original animated Moana film, which was based on Polynesian legends and the heritage of islands such as Hawaii, Tonga, Samoa, and Tahiti. Some of these steps include consulting with a group of anthropologists, cultural practitioners, historians, linguists, and choreographers from islands including Samoa, Tahiti, Maori, and Fiji to shape the details of the film. Working with the Oceanic Trust, a group of Pacific Islander cultural advisors, to ensure that the film was respectful and accurate in its portrayal of Polynesian culture. Hiring a predominantly Polynesian voice cast, including Ali Cravalho, who is of native Hawaiian descent, to voice the character of Moana, and Dwayne Johnson, who has Samoan heritage, to voice the character of Maui. Incorporating Polynesian language, music, and dance into the film with the help of cultural advisors. Holding early screenings of the film for Pacific Islander communities to ensure that the film was respectful and accurate in its portrayal of Polynesian culture. These efforts were generally well received by Polynesian communities, who appreciated the film's respectful and accurate portrayal of their culture. Therefore, adapting an animated musical movie into a live-action film can present several challenges. Here are some of the challenges that filmmakers may face. Differences in audiences. Animated films and live-action films often have different target audiences, which can affect the way the story is told and received. Expectations are high. Fans of the original animated film may have high expectations for the live-action remake, which can be difficult to meet. Dumbing down. Filmmakers may feel pressure to simplify the story or characters for a wider audience, which can result in a less nuanced or complex adaptation. Not as visually stunning. Animated films can use vibrant colors, exaggerated movements, and fantastical elements that may be difficult to replicate in live action. Translating animation to live action. The transition from animation to live action can be challenging, as certain elements that work well in animation may not translate well to live action. Maintaining wonder and excitement. Adapting an animated film to the stage or screen can make it harder to maintain the wonder and excitement associated with the original. Bad choice of director. The choice of director can greatly impact the success of a film adaptation, as they are responsible for bringing the story to life and capturing the essence of the original. Differences in medium. Film and stage adaptations of musicals have different requirements and limitations, which can affect the way the story is told and presented. Overall, adapting an animated musical into a live-action film can be a challenging task that requires careful consideration of the story, characters, and audience. Filmmakers must balance the expectations of fans with the limitations of the medium, while also staying true to the essence of the original. According to Dwayne Johnson, Walt Disney Studios and its collaborators for the film are still very early in the process of development, with lots more work to be done. Live-action adaptations have historically taken Disney anywhere between 3 to 5 years to create, which means the live-action version of Moana could arrive anywhere between late 2024 and early 2028. Stay tuned. Overall, I think this teaser trailer is a great preview of what is to come, and I cannot wait to see more. If you are a fan of the original movie, or if you just love a good adventure story, then I definitely recommend checking out the Moana live-action teaser trailer. It is going to be epic.